Hey guys, welcome back to Critical Eye. I'm Chris.
I'm Kevin.
And I'm Drew.
Today we're going to be reviewing the first 3 episodes of Obi-Wan, the new Star Wars Disney Plus series. Really excited for that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely.
I guess where we can start off is, what are your guys' initial thoughts on the prequel trilogy? Because I know this takes place between episodes 3 and 4.
Yeah, I think the prequel trilogy was something. It was kind of boring, if I'm being honest. You know, I expected more from it, and then they didn't do much with it. They expected everybody to be really surprised by the first ever movie, like fully in CGI, and then didn't really do much with the story. Like, they should have done more with Anakin. They should have done more with Obi-Wan. They should have done more with Natalie Portman's character. They should have done more with a lot of things, and then they just dropped the ball, in my opinion. I don't know. What do you guys think?
Yeah, I mean, pretty much the same reaction. The only thing I would say, though, is that while I agree with you on episodes 1 and 2, I think Revenge of the Sith is a wonderful film, just because of how, action-packed it is, how insane it is.
It's been a while since I've watched it. So.
Yeah, I really like Revenge of the Sith. I rewatched that one a lot. I never watched Phantom Menace or Attack of the Clones. Revenge of the Sith is a pretty decent movie, and it's a good follow-up.
I think as I've gotten older, I've also come to feel like they're not inherently terrible movies. I think a lot of it has to do with the writing and stuff. I don't think they're bad as in for themselves, for what they are at the time. It's been a while since I've watched them too. So trying to go back through them right now is kind of.
Did you guys watch that recap?
I did watch the recap.
I skipped
it.
Yeah. I thought it was pretty good for a recap, being like, hey, this is what you need to remember to catch up for the series.
Yeah. For some reason, I always thought that the guy who plays Obi-Wan in the first episode, I thought he was a different character. I didn't know that was Ewan McGregor.
It's still Ewan. He was just really young.
Yeah, he's just really young in that one. Like, they clean shaved, nice haircut.
He's a Padawan, I think, still.
Yeah, he looks really young. Though. And then he grew out a beard for the second episode.
He was probably in his mid-20s or maybe early 30s in that still.
So he's 51 now.
Yeah, and it was over 20.
Movie came out in 99, so.
If you want to look like you're more wise, grow a beard. Works every time. Gave Obi-Wan 30 years.
He will always be a beautiful man.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean the first 3 movies, or not. Well, yeah, the first 3 episodes 4, 5, and 6.
The original trilogy.
The original
episodes 1, 2, and 3.
Yeah, they were so good that I think it's going to be hard for them to follow it up. Anyways, I know people wanted to know the story of what happened before that. But it was going to be hard either way, because the first 3 are classics.
Well, I mean, George Lucas had the first episodes 1, 2, and 3 already planned out. It's just technology wasn't advanced enough to do his vision, so he started in the middle of the series with the Luke Skywalker trilogy.
Yeah, which is weird, because, all the other things that happened in the 4th, 5th, and 6th episodes, you would have thought there's more CGI in those than there are in the first
one. Well, that's practical.
Yeah, but, there's a lot more space fighting, there's a lot more, just things that would require, more technology, but they did it practical and it worked really well. But in episodes 1, 2, and 3, I don't remember too much of things that would have, been better in CGI rather than practical. I feel like a lot of the stuff in the first 3 episodes would have been okay practical,
right?
Or at least a blend, a blend of practical and CGI might have been a little bit better.
Yeah, instead it was pretty much all just CG, and it was CG almost in its infancy.
Yeah,
it was not. Yeah, you go back and you're like, ooh, this is not age well, effects wise.
Oh, the Revenge of the Sith, I think, aged well effects wise.
Yeah,
which one?
Revenge of the Sith.
I have to rewatch it. The last time I watched all of them was high school, maybe.
Which one was it? There was one of them where I was like, this is way too political. Was at 1 or 2?
Probably 1 or 2, because those ones were all about the trades and stuff.
Yeah, there wasn't a lot of action, and it was just way too political stuff happening. I'm just like, oh god.
Yeah. But yeah, it sounds like the 3 of us, we all don't think highly of the prequel trilogy.
I don't think they're inherently terrible, like I said. They're just not, the writing's not there.
Yeah. They're not up to standard.
No, they're not really not.
Yeah. You think of the original 3, and everybody's like, oh my god, they're amazing. And then you think of the prequels, which are supposed to be more advanced because they're later on. But CGI doesn't always work that way.
Then you got the sequels. I'm not going to touch those.
Yeah, I'm not going to touch the newer sequels.
I think they're actually supposed to. I think they're redoing it, aren't they? Is what I keep hearing.
Are they?
I thought I kept hearing that they're scrapping all of that. Like it's not canon anymore.
I mean, speaking of scrapped, I guess we can segue into Obi-Wan now.
We can. That's good.
Obi-Wan was scrapped.
It was?
Yeah, it was supposed to be a movie.
It was.
It was supposed to be an Obi-Wan movie, but with the box office failure of the Solo movie, the Han Solo movie, they decided to cancel the movie for Obi-Wan. But behind the scenes, they were still planning something like a TV show and things like that.
Yeah, which I mean, all the Disney Plus series right now, they're just blowing up. So I think
like the Mandalorian,
all the Marvel shows. You know,
I think Andor's coming out. Yeah,
but Andor, and then they're making one on what's that character's name? She has like the really long, like white and tan striped ears.
Ahsoka.
They're making a show on her
from the Clone Wars.
Yeah, and then they're booming right now.
And she was also in the Mandalorian. Yeah,
exactly. And then like in the middle of this pandemic when nobody wants to go out, like the best thing you can do is make a series, and it's good to highlight some of the smaller characters we've seen in the Marvel universe. With WandaVision, with Hawkeye, and all the other ones that introduce new people, and then get these new shows on the Star Wars series, like The Mandalorian, which blew up and it was amazing.
Yeah.
And then Boba Fett, which was meh. But now you have Obi-Wan, which is, another series.
I'm enjoying it which I'm enjoying for the most part. Yeah. I don't think it's perfect, but it's really cool to see Ewan McGregor back as that character.
I agree, yeah. I've always liked Ewan McGregor as Obi-Wan.
Also, and I always thought Hayden Christensen.
Yeah, Hayden Christensen's back too. I always liked both of them. I always thought if they got a good script, they can make good Star Wars characters.
Speaking of, I guess we should start getting into the episode or the parts. They call them parts because you call them episodes, going to be confusing.
Yeah. Do you want to run down like a synopsis of the first 3 episodes?
Yeah.
You can go like episode by episode.
Yeah. So and also as always, spoiler alert, spoiler warning. We put it in the beginning. Say it now too. So basically, you have Obi-Wan and he's trying to live his own life, like away from everything that happened in the past. He I think he become a farmer, or I don't know. He's just kind of an outcast now. He's
just living his life.
Yeah, it looks more like a factory worker.
And he goes by Ben in this one, which
they like the original trilogy.
Yeah, and he keeps an eye on Luke because, as you know, he gave Luke to his aunt and uncle, and Leia to
Organa. What's her last name?
Organa. The Organa, like which is like they're like a royal family.
Yeah.
And so he keeps an eye on Luke because he stayed on
Tatooine.
Tatooine. Thank you. I was gonna say Naboo for whatever reason. It's not Naboo. It's Tatooine.
That's where Anakin's from.
Yeah, I think that's why I was gonna say that. And so you kind of get those like shots of like Luke like pretending to drive the pod racers, and like his father did in the original episode 1, and excuse me, Inquisitors come down to the planet and they're looking for Obi-Wan because they're like he's still alive.
They're not looking for Obi-Wan.
They're Jedi in general, and then they get a hint that Obi-Wan is still.
They've actually kind of given up on Obi-Wan. They're like, it's been 10 years.
But except Reva.
Yeah, Reva, who has a grudge on Obi-Wan for some reason.
Yeah, they didn't explain that yet.
Well, she wants to like get to the top. She wants to be like Darth Vader's like right hand.
Yeah, probably power.
And all the other Inquisitors are like, let it go. It's not worth it. And even if you time, it's too dangerous. It's not whatever. And she won't let it go. And then eventually Obi-Wan drops some like parts off at Luke's like the aunt and uncle like hut or whatever you call those. I don't know what you call them.
The house.
The house, yeah. And the next day, Luke's uncle Uncle Owen, he's waiting for Obi-Wan to get out of work, and he's like, I know what you did. You need to leave us alone. It's not good for him. It's dangerous. You're going to lead all these bad things to happen to him. And he's like, I just want to care for him.
Yeah, and that's very interesting because it's been a while since I've seen New Hope, but at the end of Revenge of the Sith, it seemed like they were okay with Obi-Wan being involved and watching over them.
Yeah.
But I'm trying to remember because I think Uncle Owen called like Obi-Wan like a crazy old man in the original trilogy. So I guess that would make sense that over time he would stop wanting Obi-Wan. He would stop trusting Obi-Wan. But like, I felt like there would have been some sort of like backlash or fight between them that would make him not trust him, rather than just him being like, "Oh, you're creepy for stalking my 10-year-old nephew."
Well, it's probably more of like, he had this kid as a baby, and then he's watching him grow. They're sort of bonding as like father and son. You know? And I know, being a father now, I would never want to see Tony go out to like war or something like that.
Yeah.
So he probably agreed to it as first, and then expect to sort of like grow this bond.
Well,
with him.
he keeps saying like, I don't want what happened to Anakin to end up happening to Luke.
Because Obi-Wan's intention is to train Luke as a Jedi.
And that's
that would make sense.
What happened with Anakin.
Okay, yeah, that's making sense.
Yeah. And that's what happened with Anakin. You know, he was training him in 1, 2, and 3, and then obviously Anakin went to the dark side.
Yeah.
And was presumed to be dead.
Which makes no sense, but we're good. That's it.
What?
I didn't think that made sense.
Which part?
He was presumed dead?
Yeah. No?
No.
I mean, the way he looked was pretty, like, messed up or beat up, but I wouldn't say that he was, like, dead until you saw, like, him just finished. But
yeah.
I think Obi-Wan probably just saw him and assumed, like, the lava was going to just pour over him and kill him.
Right.
He probably didn't expect anybody to come for him and, like, save him. So that's probably why he presumed him dead, but...
Yeah, but Darth Vader was never in hiding, though. He was the front of the Empire. Like, how does Obi-Wan not hear the name Darth Vader in 10 years?
Or not realize that Darth Vader is Anakin.
No, he knew Darth Vader was Anakin.
Even in
the show.
Yeah, I know later he did. I don't know if he realized it before.
No, because the Rainbow was just like, Darth Vader's alive.
That's not until later, though.
Yeah, but...
I'm saying before, like in the first episode of the show.
Yeah, well, he knew he was Darth Vader in Revenge of the Sith.
Oh, that's true, yeah.
Because why would he be shocked in this one? He'd be like, who's Darth Vader?
He just thought maybe he was dead, and he was just like, oh, he's still alive.
Yeah, he knows Darth Vader. It must be known that the Empire is rising, and Darth Vader is the front of the Empire. Like, so I didn't think it was plausible that Obi-Wan would have no clue that he was alive.
So anyways, finish episode 1 off, or part 1 quickly.
I think we're good.
Yeah,
the dogs are down here again.
Dogs are down here.
The dog's attacking her bed.
Going crazy with her bed. Almost knocked over the camera.
Anyways, right after Owen and Obi-Wan have the talk, the Inquisitors come back and they're like, we know Obi-Wan's here, or there's a Jedi, whatever, blah blah blah, because they were chasing a Jedi earlier in the episode.
Go Ben Safdie.
Yeah, that's right. I forgot it was Ben Safdie.
Or Benny Safdie, yeah.
One of the Safdie brothers. They did Uncut Gems and other things.
Yeah, the director of Uncut Gems was at Rebel Jedi.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was Ben Safdie.
He was also in Licorice Pizza.
Yeah, we don't need that.
He was the politician.
We don't. It's okay.
That's an Academy Award nominated movie, my friend.
For whatever reason.
I don't remember that movie at all because I was under the influence and I was coming down from it. So I kept passing out halfway and then I woke up to...
legally under the influence?
Legally is a big word.
Anyway, so yeah, they're looking for Benny Safdie or Ben Safdie, and they're like, we know there's a Jedi here or whatever, give him up. And
maybe we should pause the recording and bring it up.
Take a small
Don't pause it. Don't pause it.
We'll be right back in.
Sorry.
Come back.
Commit to a clock wipe.
Upstairs.
There's someone here. Can we commit to a clock wipe?
What?
Commit to a clock wipe?
Well, I'm gonna clap again, and then
let's back it to before.
No, wait, we could do one of those like swipes like they do in the Star Wars movies.
Also, while we're in this short thing, you don't have to like go over every small scene. You can just go over like a general synopsis of what's going on. Because you go through every scene.
I know in my head I'm like I need to summarize everything.
Yeah. You can just go. Well, you can just say like Obi-Wan's on this planet. They're looking for some
Jedis, and then
and then they lure him to this planet by kidnapping Leia.
Okay.
Good?
Okay, yeah, and
all right, we're back. Sorry for the small.
I'm hoping whoever edits this does one of those wipes they do in Star Wars.
You can do one of those wipes.
I don't know how to use the software. I'll stick to the thumbnails for now.
All right.
Anyway,
so where were we with the synopsis?
We were talking about how the uncle doesn't want Obi-Wan near the kid.
Yeah, and anyways, it goes over to Leia as a child, and she's supposed to be doing some event, whatever it is.
Yeah.
And she runs into the forest and she gets kidnapped.
Mhm.
She gets held, so then her family, adoptive family, like contacts Obi-Wan and they're like, we want you to go save her. We know you're the only hope.
Yeah.
They don't say that, but that's pretty much.
The rescue her from the Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Yeah. Oh, that's right, Flea,
Yeah,
the drummer.
Flea was the guy, the bass player.
I thought it was Flea's the drummer.
No, Flea's the
Oh,
bass
Flea is the bass player.
Yeah.
You're right.
He's one of the best bass players out there.
Because isn't like Chad Smith? Yeah.
Anyways,
Isn't Chad
I'm
Smith
sorry.
is the drummer? I think.
Something like that.
Yeah. So, anyways, he goes. Episode 2 is he goes to the whatever planet. I don't remember what it's called. It's like a cyberpunky kind of planet.
Yeah, it's like a sort of underground.
Dystopian
that's
cyberpunk
a planet that he's
planet.
going to find Leia.
Yeah, so he
Yeah.
goes there, runs into Kumail Nanjiani,
Mhm.
who's pretending to be a Jedi with magnets in his and remotes and all this other stuff, and because they say that if you want to go underground, you have to find someone that knows how to operate in the underground.
Yeah.
And so he goes to him and he's like, "I'm a real Jedi. Tell me."
He didn't tell me.
He didn't tell her.
Yeah,
He kind
didn't tell
of
me
figured
he was
it.
a Jedi.
But he was like, "Tell me where the girl is," and he tells her, and he goes to the lab.
Yeah. Well, he tells her someone who knows where she is.
Yeah. And so he ends up going to the lab where she's being held, and So I got hit by like a pollen cloud today, so I've been coughing all day.
Allergies?
Yeah, it's really bad. Yeah, they've been pretty bad this year. I don't know why.
He goes to the lab and then
He goes to the lab. He gets ambushed or like faked out by these guys, but then he beats them up.
Yeah, that's kind of where the episode ends, right?
Well, no, he gets Leia, and they start like
Yeah.
running away.
Then it ends.
Well, the big Inquisitor. What is it, like the second brother or whatever they call him? Because
He's fifth brother.
Reva's third sister.
He's fifth brother.
The fifth brother. She kills them because she wants all the honor.
Oh, no, she doesn't kill fifth brother. She kills Grand Inquisitor.
The
Grand Inquisitor. Sorry, yeah.
Yeah.
She kills the Grand Inquisitor because she wants like all the glory and fame of like capturing Obi-Wan and for Vader and so basically at the end of that episode, it's just like Anakin's alive or whatever. He's Darth Vader, blah blah blah, whatever, and Obi-Wan looks all shocked. Kumail Nanjiani's character helps him like escape. He gives him coordinates on a planet to meet with someone.
Then they get on that like fighter
Yeah.
plane, and the episode ends.
And then episode 3, yeah,
Yeah, all that stuff.
episode 3 starts and they arrive on the planet, and she's like, because then she realized that he's a Jedi. Oh, I forgot in that last episode he saves Leia from falling off a roof by using the Force, so that's how she realized he's a Jedi, because she's like, you're hiding something from me, I know. She just didn't know what, and then she finds out.
Yeah.
And then so they're flying. She's like, "Oh, what's it feel like to use the Force?" It's like, "Are you scared of the dark?" And she's like, "Yeah." And he's like, "If you turn the lights on, it's like that, whatever." And then they arrive on the planet and they're walking to the coordinates, and a lot of like stormtroopers are there, like the
It's like a
Empire's all there. Yeah. The Empire's taken over the planet. They wiped out.
Well, first they get picked up by Mole Man.
Oh yeah, Mole Man. That for some reason I kept thinking that was Seth Rogen because it sounded like him sometimes.
No.
It wasn't though, but like
Not
every
at all.
now and then he would say things. I was like, but basically what happened on this planet is the Empire came in and wiped out all the farmers and everything on that planet, and they all and whoever was left ended up moving in this like small area, and the planet's being controlled by the Empire at this point. And they go to the coordinates and they're like, no one showed up, so they meet Mole Man. Mole Man's like, I was on my way, or no, it was a lady, whatever her name is.
What?
They thought was like
they were at the coordinates. No one was there.
Yeah.
And then Mole Man was driving by.
So they like hitched a ride
because they were trying to get to the nearest transport so they could fly back to Tatooine.
Yeah, and it was a lady that you thought was part of the Empire, but then she was like, "Come with me." You know what I'm talking about?
That's much later in the episode. That's after, but yeah, I know.
That's when after they meet Mole Man.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they fight their way through like a security checkpoint. Then that woman shows up. I don't remember her name, but she helps them.
Yeah.
And that's where it all goes down.
Yeah, and they get into like a secret area, and Ewan McGregor, basically Obi-Wan has Leia run through like a secret tunnel with this woman, and then the woman's like, and then as the Empire's coming through the tunnel, she's like, I'll distract him, you go, Leia, run. And then Obi-Wan has a little face-off with Darth Vader.
Yeah.
That was kind of...
I don't know if I call it a little face-off.
I don't know if it's a little face-off.
It wasn't a lot. I'm just trying to be really quick about it, because I realized I spent a lot of time on the first episode.
Yeah, that's good.
So especially the best part.
Yeah, no, so they have like a face-off. They're meeting for the first time in however long it's been.
Like 10 years.
10 years. Yeah. And, they exchange some words and some sabers and stuff. And that woman kind of helps Obi-Wan get away because Darth Vader, like, uses the Force and puts Obi-Wan in a fire. Because he's like, whatever happened to me is going to happen to you, pretty much. Mm-hmm. And then the Leia ends up getting, like, captured again. And that's where it ends, pretty much.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, it was, interesting 3 episodes. The first 2 were kind of slow, I thought. Like, the first one was really leading up to him getting ready to leave Tatooine.
Yeah.
And they just build up and build up and build up, and then he finally left. And it's like, finally, he left.
Yeah. They did bring James Earl Jones back to do the voice of Darth Vader, by the way. That was cool.
Oh, that's cool.
And that was Hayden Christensen
in the suit. Yeah, so instead of having... What the hell was his name? That guy that was originally in the suit did something Prow.
The guy who's probably dead.
Well, he's also... he's not... I don't think he's allowed to do any Star Wars things anymore. If he's still alive, I thought I'd heard. Well, yeah, Hayden Christensen's in the suit, and then... What did I just say his name was?
Prowler or something?
No.
James
Earl Jones.
Yeah.
I was going to say Eugene Merman for some reason, but that's the guy from Bob's Burgers that does Gene's voice.
I don't know if I'd like that as Darth Vader.
Yeah, James Earl Jones is the voice of Darth Vader again.
Yeah, the introduction to Darth Vader I liked when he just showed up on this random planet, this random town. Well, no, not just...
I know what you're talking about when he showed up on the planet.
He just started throwing boxes around, just killing people with no warning. Like, not even... Where's Obi-Wan? No, he's just taking them. He's just wrecking them.
They get word that he's on the planet.
Yeah.
Well, he killed some guy's father, then like broke his son's neck.
Yeah.
It was pretty badass. I was like, Jesus.
Yeah, it was pretty badass. It was definitely like a good, hardcore introduction to Darth Vader. In this show.
Like, well, no, I was going to say, not as cool as Rogue One.
I actually haven't seen Rogue One. I have to watch it.
Rogue One takes place...
has a good Darth Vader scene.
Rogue One takes place at the end, right near the end of Episode 4, right?
No, it's right before Episode 4 starts.
Right before Episode... Right.
Yeah. And, I thought they were going to do more of, in this show, I thought they were going to show more of Luke. They're definitely focusing more on Leia right now.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if they're going to circle back around and do more Luke, but right now it's definitely more Leia.
The only... I could be mistaken, but the only scene that Luke was in was the same trailer scene of him, like, pretending to ride the ship, right?
Yeah.
There was no other scenes of Luke in the show so far. Yeah.
Yeah.
But Leia wasn't even in the trailers, right?
Well, yeah, she wasn't in the trailer.
Because they were trying to hide that.
Yeah.
Probably, yeah.
Which, it does make sense to kind of divert your expectations for that and to like, establish that Obi-Wan ends up knowing who Leia is.
Well, even in the first, part of the show, when they show her, I was like, oh, that might be Leia, and then they said Leia, and I was like, oh,
yeah,
yeah, definitely. And I think that little actress is pretty good. Like, she was pretty funny. She called Obi-Wan old at some point.
Yeah, she was like, if anybody asks, well, you're my daughter and I'm your father. We're farmers from Tall. And she went, grandfather, maybe. And he went, what? And she went, nothing. I was like, that's funny. That was funny.
That was actually pretty funny.
So you guys like the Leia character?
I did.
She's part of the reason why I'm not liking the show.
I don't love her character. She's fine. I mean, I understand she's a kid. She's not going to be like the most amazing actor.
Yeah.
She's
very, very young. I'm assuming she's probably like 7 or...
Yeah,
she's 10. The actress is younger, but she's supposed to be 10.
The actor... I think like she herself, the actress.
Actually, the actress turns 10 this week. I don't know why I know that. I think she turns 10.
Did you look her up?
I think it's on IMDb, like, fun fact, so-and-so turns 10. I'm like, oh, good for her.
So, I thought she was a lot younger than that. because she looks younger.
I mean, they probably
Makes
filmed
sense.
over a year ago, so...
Yeah, they probably did it before COVID.
She's probably like 9 or 8 something back then when they filmed it.
Yeah. She was also the girl from We Can Be Heroes.
Which the one that did the
Shark Girl?
Yeah, the Shark Girl. Yeah.
Yeah.
She was the Shark Girl in We Can Be Heroes.
Oh God.
I
They're making another one of those, you know.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah, it's not a big movie. I'm so mad because they the guy from Narcos is in that movie.
Yeah, Pedro Pascal.
No, yeah, Pedro Pascal and the blonde guy in the blue suit.
Oh, he was.
He's Pedro Pascal's partner.
Oh, is he?
In Narcos? Yeah,
Oh, nice.
He's more of the main character.
I want to watch Narcos. I haven't started it yet.
It's such a good show.
I know. I've been really wanting to.
It's such a good show. The way they caught Pablo. The third season's okay, but the first 2 seasons are fantastic. I love them. But back to another show.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Obi-Wan. Yeah.
What are your thoughts on the show, Drew?
So far, I think it's kind of a mediocre show. There are some things I like. Probably more things I don't like about the show. With how it's been going, I'm not really anticipating the next 3 episodes too much, but who knows? Maybe I'll be surprised and like it.
Yeah, I feel the same. It's been kind of a slow start. Definitely picked up toward like the end of the 3rd episode with the whole Darth Vader, appearance. Yeah. But hopefully that means that the next 3 episodes are going to be a little bit more fast paced, a little less explanation, and a little bit less lead up, and more actual what's going on, more action, more fighting, more of just what we want to see. Lightsabers and the Force and stuff.
I think it's kind of cool seeing this because I don't. What was the last big Star Wars show that came out? Was that Boba Fett?
Big Star Wars show? Yeah, Boba Fett.
Yeah. I think...
That was depressing.
Yeah, it was a little disappointing.
I got to like 3 episodes and I gave up. Like, he's been on this planet too long.
That one's definitely one of the slow... I think that and The Mandalorian are 2 of the slower Star Wars shows. At least The Mandalorian starts off slow and then it picks up.
I don't know. I say The Mandalorian was...
I think it's rightly paced.
Yeah.
No, I'm not saying it like in a bad way. It just... Yeah. Because some things are slowly paced on purpose.
Well, the original trilogy wasn't really fast paced. It's really the prequels and sequels are fast paced. Yeah. I mean, remember Obi-Wan and Darth Vader's fight in New Hope, where they just whacked each other's swords a few times and he disappeared.
Yeah. I'm just waiting, and I'm hoping they have Obi-Wan go, "Hello there," again in this because I was. Oh yeah, that's right, he did.
Yeah. It was in the 3rd episode. He said hello there.
Hello there.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm hoping there might be. Maybe there'll be a Yoda cameo.
Do you think
People
so?
think it's going to be Qui-Gon Jinn cameo.
Who?
Qui-Gon Jinn.
No, because Qui-Gon Jinn's he's going to be in an animated show.
Who's Qui-Gon Jinn?
His master. Remember
Liam Neeson.
Liam Neeson's character.
Oh.
The one that gets cut.
And there are multiple times in the show where he keeps calling to Qui-Gon Jinn.
He's like, "Speak to me, master."
Yeah, he could.
Yeah. But
at least like in a... Because you know how like Luke saw Obi-Wan as like a
Force
Ghost, yeah.
Maybe he'll show up as something like that.
Liam Neeson said that he would only return to Star Wars if it was a movie. He would never return for a show.
He is coming back for a show, though.
Now, actors say that stuff all the time.
Yeah.
No, but even he said he is.
Liam Neeson said he's coming back to play Qui-Gon?
Yeah. They confirmed it also at the Star Wars Celebration. Oh. It's like a brief cameo. It's not for a whole. It's like a cameo thing.
Maybe he's trying to Garfield this thing.
I think it's also just his voice too. It's not actually him coming.
That's what I was going to get into. Is that if we do get a Qui-Gon cameo, it might just be his voice talking to.
Because he does voice stuff too. So
yeah, he's
like the nut job.
Yeah,
and the nut job too.
The
electric nutaloo.
Yeah. Alright. But yeah, who knows? There's definitely a lot of room for cameos in the next 3 episodes, so let's see who shows up.
Okay. Yeah.
Qui-Gon Jinn, Yoda.
Qui-Gon Jinn?
I thought today, I was like, they better not bring fucking Jar Jar Big Spec.
I don't think
he
would.
Because he could definitely be in these movies, or in this show. He could just show up.
I don't think they have any reason to unless they go to Naboo for some reason.
He might just show up, make a meme.
Otherwise, I think if they go to Naboo, they would just be like the Gungans.
He might. There's a lot of room because it's between the 2 trilogies. So there's a lot of characters who were in the original, who started off in the prequels. So there's a lot of space there where you can have a bunch of people come in.
In the comics, he was like brutally murdered by Darth Vader, I thought.
Yeah, well,
really?
But that's no longer canon. So.
Yeah. So.
And maybe we'll get Darth Vader and we brutally murders Jar Jar.
Or maybe Jar Jar will brutally murder Darth Vader.
No, that won't happen.
Maybe they'll do some fan service.
It can't happen because then we wouldn't have 4, 5, and 6.
I know.
Yeah. Maybe they'll do some fan service and make him a Darth Lord or a Sith Lord.
Is that what they? Yeah,
that was already supposed to happen.
Was it?
Yeah, that was those. It's too long to go over in this video, but yeah, he was initially supposed to be like the Emperor's Emperor.
Yeah,
then because of the poor reception from Phantom Menace, they took that out because he was going to be the twist villain in Attack of the Clones.
Gotcha.
But then they replaced him with Count Dooku.
Christopher Lee.
Yeah.
Who hated being in Star Wars.
A lot of people hate being in Star Wars.
I'd imagine, dude.
And not Christopher Lee. Who was
deserts in these big ass robes?
Who played? Who played old Obi-Wan in 4?
Alec Guinness.
Yeah, Alec Guinness. Alec Guinness hated being in Star Wars. That's what it was.
Yeah, I mean, he wasn't in it for long.
Nobody hated it
for like.
He was in all
half
3.
An hour.
He was in 4, 5, and 6.
Oh, he showed up as the
ghost. Yeah,
the ghost. Yeah, he hated doing it.
I remembered him dying like
because he said he didn't understand it at all.
Yeah, I mean, when you're the ghost, you're not like running around and like a road through the desert. He's probably sitting in a CGI room. They're probably just filming him on a green screen.
Well, no, he was there. They didn't really have CGI back then.
Oh, that's fair.
They just did like an outline.
That's fair.
A blue outline to show he's a ghost.
That's understandable. But there's a lot. I'm expecting it to cross over with a few of the shows. Like I'm just waiting for the Mandalorian to show up.
When does the Mandalorian?
It'll be a young Mandalorian.
Yeah, when does the Mandalorian take place?
It takes place between 6 and 7.
Does it?
Yeah, because remember Boba Fett already was in the Sarlacc pit.
That's right. So he would be young. Maybe they'll see.
He'd be a child.
Maybe he'll run into some of the like.
Yeah, because in the beginning of Boba Fett, he comes out of the Sarlacc pit.
Yeah, maybe they'll see some of the older Mandalorians. Like some of the ones who were
the
there.
other bounty.
Yeah, well, like some of them who were around before the Mandalorian. Like some of the... Because didn't they go into hiding in the Mandalorian for some reason?
The Mandalorians?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's because they got compromised.
Yeah, so they all went into... Yeah.
So maybe he'll run into some of them before they were compromised. Or like...
Maybe.
When were they compromised? At what point in the Star Wars timeline?
Towards the middle to end of the first season.
No, I know, but because then that's after 6, between 6 and 7.
Yeah, when the Mandalorian.
So they probably wouldn't with Obi-Wan.
So bad.
Well, I'm hoping they don't do crossovers because
I can't. Yeah, I don't think that would be a good idea.
Or maybe they'll introduce like another character where they'll show up on another show. You know?
Because I would rather Star Wars try to keep expanding its universe rather than just going. Remember that?
Yeah, but then they do things like they'll uncanonize things and then canonize
well, they were only doing that right after Disney bought Star Wars. So like, okay, comics don't exist. Clone Wars doesn't exist. Oh no, it exists. Fans are mad.
Yeah.
Well, Rebels, does that still technically exist?
Yeah, because that was a Disney show.
Yeah, was it? People really liked Rebels, though.
I've heard mixed things about Rebels. I've heard people really like the one scene with Darth Maul and Obi-Wan. But other than that, I haven't heard really good things about the show.
I haven't seen any of the animated shows. Like I've never seen Clone Wars or Rebels.
I've only seen some of Clone Wars.
I've seen the original 2D Clone Wars. Like little remember like between commercials and Cartoon Network, they would show like a few minute clips of like a 2D Star Wars show.
I think so.
Yeah, I used to like those because I have them all on DVD, compiled into one like long episode.
Oh,
yeah.
Do you?
Yeah.
You collect a lot of like DVDs and stuff. You have the Star Wars Holiday Special.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can review that last time.
I was actually about to say we should do that. We should do that. Drew and I have seen it multiple times.
Oh man,
have you ever seen it?
I don't know why you saw it multiple times. I hate myself. That's why I watch it multiple times.
No, that's same exact reason.
If we want to hate ourselves, we could review.
If you want to hate yourself more, then you already do.
We could review all of Star Wars.
Every single little
hour-long podcast.
No, every single little like show and movie and short and this and that. And
the video games.
Every single video game, every single
the comics.
All the novels, all the like books that are like this thick.
The original episode 7, 8, and 9 that George Lucas published and then they didn't use.
All the books that are like this thick, Kevin.
Yeah. There's so much.
I can't I like Star Wars, but I can't bring myself to read the books for some reason. Because I was at a library once and I started reading one of them and I was like, oh. It's like, I tried reading Game of Thrones and I was just like, oh.
I went to Barnes & Noble, they had the Star Wars books, but written as like Shakespearean.
Oh, that's really funny. I've seen that.
I think I bought it just to see like how it was, but I was like, I don't know, I don't really care too much about Shakespeare, if I'm being honest.
Yeah.
Like I probably wouldn't understand a thing that they're saying. So I didn't get it, but it'd be interesting to see.
Yeah.
But anyways, overall, Obi-Wan it's alright. Decent.
decent so far. We'll see what comes in the next 3 episodes.
We have 3 more. I think what we said we were gonna wait till the next 3 come out and then do another review the series overall.
Yeah, well, we'll see. We might do wait until the next half comes out and we'll just do the whole show, or depending on how the next episodes come out, how they are.
Yeah.
If there's enough in the episode, we'll do each episode. But if they're like this, the first 3, we might just wait until the end. Because I don't see us doing a whole episode on the first episode.
That's what I'm saying. Wait till the next 3 come out, and then maybe do one of the series overall.
Because another one today's Tuesday, so
it comes out.
Today's
Monday. It comes out on Wednesday. The next one comes out on Wednesday.
So we'll see how the Wednesday one comes out, and then next week and the week after. Once we feel like we have enough to talk about it, we'll do an episode.
Yeah. Yep. But I guess any other thoughts on the show though? What do you guys like? We kind of didn't really talk about.
I like Ewan McGregor, obviously.
Yeah,
Hayden Christensen.
I do.
Hayden Christensen's really good.
I mean, he's just sort of walking around.
He's just doing movements, but Hayden Christensen.
He hasn't really done anything yet.
Wait, Hayden Christensen mixed with James Earl Jones is good.
Yeah. I'd say
the acting's not terrible.
One thing I thought about, literally on the way here, every show that they've made so far, the set pieces seem exactly the same.
Yeah.
They're all that little desert town or the underground.
Well, look at all the movies.
Yeah, that's how most of the movies are too. They're in the deserts. They have
because that way they don't have to make any kind of new sets. Right? They can reuse some of those pieces.
But they're supposed to be going around this entire galaxy. Spend the extra money, make a new set.
That's what people have been complaining about since Star Wars began, pretty much. They keep
that's
desert
why
islands.
if you look at the video games, it all looks so different because they're in the video games. So it's really
it is easier in a cartoon and the video game to create these worlds rather than creating a set.
Yeah, because that's actually handcrafted.
That's right. If you want to make more sets, then
and also CG. Which I think Weta Digital does a lot of the CG stuff for Star Wars. I really like Weta's really cool. They're one of the best VFX companies. They did the water effects for Avatar. Mm-hmm. They did stuff for
the original Avatar or the new Avatar coming out.
Both. Right. They did the water, and the water looked pretty good.
It's a water.
Yeah. They did all the movement of the water, and they did stuff for Titanic, and they also do a lot of lighting, and they do a lot, and they did stuff for. I don't know if they did the newest Matrix, but they do a lot of. They probably did, although that wasn't a good movie.
I haven't seen the newest Matrix. I have to watch it.
Well, you don't have to.
I mean, I've seen the other. Yeah, you think so?
It's not really worth it.
Unless you want to do a whole Matrix series review.
I'd rather not have to go through that again, Drew.
Well, maybe they'll start making Disney Plus series on the Matrix.
We are going to have...
Which Warner Brothers, so it's... No.
HBO series.
Yeah.
It'll be an HBO series.
Well, speaking of series reviews, we are going to be doing a Jurassic... We talked before, Jurassic Park, Jurassic World.
Yep. Yeah, today
we're going to... I just want to put that in there really quick, and then...
Yeah. Yeah, we are... Today we're going to review...
Crimes of the Future and Watcher. And then Jurassic World Dominion comes out Friday, so we'll probably watch it either Friday or this weekend. And then we will... I have to do something after.
We're not doing Friday.
Then we're not doing Friday. We'll do the weekend. And then we'll review... For that review, we're going to do something a little bit special. We're going to do the original trilogy versus the Jurassic World trilogy. And
yeah.
Better.
Even though it's all connected, but still.
Well, technically...
Yeah, technically it's connected, except for Lost World and Jurassic Park 3.
We'll see if Chris Pratt made Sam Neill proud.
And back to Obi-Wan, anything that you liked or didn't like?
I like the show.
We keep doing that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like the show as a whole. I think they definitely depended on the Ewan McGregor coming back as Obi-Wan to sort of sell this show, because...
But I don't know what they would have...
Well, I mean, The Mandalorian, they had a brand new cast member.
That's Jon Favreau.
Yeah, but I mean...
It's a whole new character introduced into the universe.
Oh, this is actually the director of the show, directed, I think, 2 of the episodes of Mandalorian. Deborah Chow.
Yeah.
Interesting. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think they definitely relied on the name power to sell this show. Because nobody really knew that Pedro Pascal was the Mandalorian until they took his helmet off in the Mandalorian.
Yeah.
Spoiler, Pedro Pascal is the Mandalorian.
What?
Spoiler alert,
Dude!
There's a big bald guy.
I'm still watching.
But yeah, it's definitely. I think they relied on Ewan McGregor, which I'm not mad about. He's great.
Yeah, I like.
He's
I
great in, like,
McGregor.
everything he does.
I think he's definitely the best part of the show, and I'm glad.
Yeah. But I'm hoping they didn't like underdo like the story just because they have Ewan McGregor. They think people are going to watch this because it's Ewan McGregor.
Yeah, I already feel like they want to know the story.
Yeah.
I mean,
they definitely did that with the Grand Inquisitor and stuff like that.
The story, like you've seen Last Jedi, right?
Yes.
So you've watched Obi-Wan. The story is extremely similar so far.
Yeah, definitely.
Which I kind of find funny because like a lot of people hate The Last Jedi. A lot of people are hating Last Jedi or loving this because it's Obi-Wan. It's like they're ignoring the fact that it's an identical story. Like you got the aging Jedi who, is completely different because the prequel Obi-Wan's much different than this Obi-Wan. Like this Obi-Wan, he snaps at like Leia a few times. I'm like, jeez. But like, he's completely different. He's much weaker.
Yeah. Well, because he's so disheartened by what happened in the past.
Well, what I'm saying is that people got mad when that happened to Luke Skywalker, and then they're fine when it happens to Obi-Wan.
Yeah.
And then you also got the whole Grand Inquisitor and Reva thing, where Reva's just crazy, villain, like Kylo Ren being a crazy villain who's restricted by their master. Then they just kill the master, and now they have no restrictions. I mean, it's extremely similar to Last Jedi, and I'm surprised more people aren't talking about that.
Yeah. The Last Jedi was weird because I thought Snoke was going to be like the next big bad to take on, like, throughout the rest of the trilogy, and then he just got cut in half.
He was just
yeah, he was nothing. He was just one lightsaber swipe away from being dust.
So was Leia. Leia was nothing.
Which
Leia was nobody. Not Leia. Sorry, Rey was nobody.
Yeah, but she made it through the rest of the trilogy.
Yeah,
Snoke made it through a cameo in the 7th episode.
That's debatable.
Some of the 8th episode. What do you mean? She was the main character for the rest of the series.
I'm saying the last movie was really bad.
Oh, yeah, the last movie.
There was nothing that could pull that movie through.
Yeah. I think 7 was good, and then it went down from there. But Drew has other opinions.
I love Last Jedi.
I really like The Last Jedi, too.
You too?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Which is surprising why I don't like this show, since I'm saying the story is very similar.
Yeah.
I really like The Last Jedi.
Yeah,
I didn't really care too much for The Last Jedi. It took place in like one planet, and then they had that side story with Finn and Rey. But like I thought 7 was great, and then 8 was kind of. I thought 8 was boring, and then 9 was just terrible. 9 was just not worth it.
When do we think they're going to do the next trilogy?
I don't know.
I hope they just stick to these Disney Plus series and don't make more movies. But
no, Taika Waititi is doing the next Star Wars movie that's going to come out next year.
Hopefully that'll be a good one.
Hopefully. I think it's Taika Waititi. I don't really. Yeah. Usually, when he does a movie, I haven't really seen a movie his that I was like, I don't like this.
Yeah, I think I've actually enjoyed all of his movies so far. Like Jojo Rabbit, I'd say was one of the best movies that year. Yeah. I love Jojo Rabbit.
I just rewatched that. That's one of my favorite movies.
I have to rewatch that, and then
we're gonna do Taika Waititi video too. Taika Waititi video at some point before Thor comes out, or with I don't know how we're gonna do that.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. We're planning on doing something like that with Taika, and then maybe for Jordan Peele when Nope comes out, we might review some of his other movies before Nope.
And Key and Peele.
We'll review all of Key and Peele. But yeah, I mean, I think that's all I have to say about Obi-Wan. True? Anything else?
I mean, like I said, I feel like I like it the least out of the three of us.
Which is fine.
I was like saying, my main gripes right now is I think the story is kind of lackluster, and I don't care for Leia's character. I find her extremely annoying. Yeah, like the fact that she's always right. Yeah, and I'm like, come on. And then Reva, I think, is a terrible villain.
Yeah, I don't like Reva so far. I think they would have been much better with
kept it as like Darth Vader kind of. I think that'd be.
Well, I mean,
focus on that Darth Vader Obi-Wan.
Darth Vader versus Obi-Wan is always going to be interesting, but I think the Grand Inquisitor would have been a good main villain.
He was more imposing. I think.
Yeah, he was definitely more imposing than Reva, and I don't know what they're going to do with Reva now because she just killed the Grand Inquisitor. Like Darth Vader could just be telling her, do this and you'll have his job, but then be like, well, you killed the last guy, so how can I trust you? So let's kill you.
Yeah.
So, we'll see.
And I mean, Darth Vader definitely would have been a much better villain, I think.
That's what I was saying, if they focused on that Darth Vader Obi-Wan thing.
I still don't like that they have Darth Vader and Obi-Wan fighting, because it kind of breaks continuity of New Hope. Because in A New Hope, Darth Vader goes to Obi-Wan and he goes, when I last met you, I was the learner, now I am the master.
That's fair.
And then which would make sense the concept of Revenge of the Sith because he was still learning from Obi-Wan.
Yeah,
But now in this one's like, what's he learning?
that's fair.
And he goes, then now that kind of breaks that like continuity of the show of the series because like
That's fair. I don't know. We'll see how the rest of the show goes. Maybe they will just keep Darth Vader as like. Is that ready?
yeah, we'll learn after.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think we should finish our last thoughts, wrap this
Yeah,
one
we
up.
can wrap this up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they might keep Darth Vader as the main bad because I don't see them keeping Reva throughout the entire thing. But we'll see the next 2 episodes.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I'll say about.
Yeah, that's all I gotta say.
That's all I have to say.
Yeah.
Alright, guys.
Thanks for tuning in.
Yeah, and we will see you in the next one. Crimes of the Future and Watcher.
Yeah.
It's a 2 for 1.
Hooray.
We'll see you there. Bye-bye.
Bye, guys.